Today, our topic is the Stoic approach to dealing with toxic people. Life is full of different kinds of people. Some are kind, supportive, and bring positivity into our lives. Others, however, can be difficult, negative, or even toxic. Dealing with toxic people can be challenging, but Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers us tools to handle these situations with calm and wisdom. Stoicism teaches us that we cannot control other people or their actions, but we can control how we react to them. This is the key to maintaining our peace of mind and living a good life, even when faced with negativity. First, let's understand what Stoicism is. Stoicism is a philosophy that was developed in ancient Greece and later practiced in Rome. It teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot control. The Stoics believe that our emotions and reactions are within our power, even if the world around us is not. This idea is especially useful when dealing with toxic people. Toxic people may try to upset us, criticize us, or spread negativity, but we can choose how we respond. We can choose not to let their behavior affect our inner peace. One of the most important Stoic principles is the idea of focusing on what is within our control. When we encounter toxic people, we often feel frustrated because we cannot change them. We might want them to be kinder, more understanding, or less critical, but the truth is, we have no control over their actions or attitudes. What we do have control over is our own thoughts, feelings, and responses. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This means that even if someone is being difficult or negative, we can choose to respond with patience, understanding, and calmness. Another important Stoic idea is to practice empathy. Toxic people often act the way they do because they are dealing with their own struggles, insecurities, or pain. Instead of getting angry or upset with them, we can try to understand where their behavior is coming from. This doesn't mean we have to excuse their actions or allow them to treat us badly, but it can help us respond with compassion rather than anger. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, 'The people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they cannot tell good from evil.'" By reminding ourselves that toxic behavior often comes from ignorance or pain, we can approach these situations with a more open heart. Stoicism also teaches us to set boundaries. While it's important to practice empathy, it's equally important to protect our own well-being. Toxic people can drain our energy and affect our mental health if we let them. Setting boundaries means knowing when to walk away or limit our interactions with someone who is being harmful. The Stoics believed in living a life of virtue, which includes taking care of ourselves and not allowing others to disrupt our peace. This doesn't mean we have to be harsh or unkind, but it does mean we should prioritize our own mental and emotional health. Another Stoic practice is to reflect on our own behavior. Sometimes, when we are faced with toxic people, we might notice that we are also contributing to the negativity. Maybe we are reacting with anger, frustration, or judgment. The Stoics believed in self-reflection as a way to grow and improve. By examining our own actions and emotions, we can become more aware of how we contribute to situations and take responsibility for our part. This doesn't mean blaming ourselves, but rather learning from our experiences and striving to be better. As Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, said, "Every night before you go to sleep, ask yourself, what did I do today? What could I have done better?" This practice helps us stay grounded and focused on our own growth, even when dealing with difficult people. One of the most powerful Stoic tools is the practice of detachment. Detachment doesn't mean we don't care about others or that we are cold and distant. It means we don't let other people's actions or opinions control our emotions. Toxic people often try to provoke us or make us feel bad, but we can choose not to take their words or actions personally. The Stoics believe that our worth comes from within, not from what others think of us. By practicing detachment, we can free ourselves from the need for approval or validation from others. This allows us to stay calm and focused, even in the face of negativity. Stoicism also teaches us to focus on the present moment. When we are dealing with toxic people, it's easy to get caught up in worrying about what they might do or say in the future. But the Stoics remind us that the only moment we truly have is the present. By focusing on what is happening right now, we can avoid unnecessary anxiety and stress. We can also respond to situations more effectively, rather than reacting out of fear or anger. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not disturb yourself by thinking of your whole life. Do not let your thoughts dwell on all the various troubles which may occur in the future, but on each occasion ask yourself, what is there in this that is unbearable and beyond endurance?" This practice helps us stay grounded and deal with challenges one step at a time. Another important Stoic principle is to accept what we cannot change. When we encounter toxic people, we might wish that things were different. We might wish that they would change or that the situation would improve. But the Stoics remind us that some things are beyond our control, and the best we can do is accept them as they are. This doesn't mean we have to like or approve of toxic behavior, but it does mean we can stop wasting energy trying to change what we cannot change. Instead, we can focus on what we can do, such as setting boundaries, practicing empathy, and taking care of ourselves. Finally, Stoicism teaches us to find meaning in every situation, no matter how difficult. Dealing with toxic people can be a challenge, but it can also be an opportunity for growth. It can teach us patience, resilience, and the importance of self-care. It can also remind us of what truly matters in life, such as our own values, relationships, and inner peace. The Stoics believe that every challenge is a chance to practice virtue and become a better person. As Marcus Aurelius said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This means that even the difficulties we face can help us grow and become stronger. In conclusion, the Stoic approach to dealing with toxic people is about focusing on what we can control, practicing empathy, setting boundaries, reflecting on our own behavior, practicing detachment, staying present, accepting what we cannot change, and finding meaning in every situation. These principles can help us maintain our peace of mind and live a good life, even when faced with negativity. Remember, we cannot control other people, but we can control how we respond to them. By choosing to respond with wisdom, compassion, and calmness, we can navigate even the most challenging situations with grace and strength. This is the power of Stoicism, and it is a tool we can use in every area of our life.